Welcome back to Ben Salutes. And when I was a kid, the government only tampered with a little bit of the food we ate. Man, how long has it been since I've done a salute? 1.5 months? That's not too bad, but I think it's time to do another. And I know just the show to do it on. None other than the show that gave The Simpsons a run for its money. Before that came along, it's none other than King of the Hill, created by Mike Judge and Greg Daniels. It takes place in the fictional town of Arlington, Texas, and it's about a man named Hank Hill who spends most of his time drinking beer with his friends, mowing the lawn, selling propane and propane accessories, spending time with his caring but tough wife Peggy, and trying to raise his odd son Bobby. Other characters include Bill Dauterive, Hank's overweight and dim-witted friend, Dale Gribble, Hank's conspiracy nut friend who works as an exterminator, and Boomhauer, a womanizer with a unique speech impediment that's easier to understand than most politicians. Then there's Cotton Hill, Hank's sexist, out-of-control father who's a veteran of World War II. Finally, Luann Platter, Peggy's niece on her side of the family, and my least favorite character of the series. I just don't like the stereotypical dumb blonde character, but I'll admit, Luann's easier for me to tolerate than other dumb blonde characters. Please stop showing me pictures of things I hate. When you do, I do horrible things to squirrels. This is a show that took me a while to understand. When I was a young one, I was used to the wacky nature of The Simpsons, so I didn't like this show due to how down-to-earth it was. It took a little aging to realize that being down-to-earth is what made this show so great in the first place. It's a show that was a comedy show first and a cartoon second. It didn't take advantage of being a cartoon. It instead was played as a sitcom that happens to be animated. And that's why I really enjoy it. I think it's great having a cartoon that is more realistic and normal compared to all the wacky cartoons I'm used to. Even I need a break from all the wackiness I watch. I think it messes with my head. Sorry. Also, the show's humor is character-driven and subtle. It's hilarious watching all the characters react to a situation that occurs in their own little unique way. My favorite character is Dale due to how crazy he is. He always cracks me up due to how he blows everything out of proportion. Plus, the jokes were written in a really realistic and relatable way, which is what made them so funny. Finally, this show had great social satire that was done in a down-to-earth kind of way and not exaggerated like in other cartoons. Which is what makes them all the more hilarious because you can put yourself in these kind of situations. King of the Hill had all the elements that make a great show. But now, I would like to take some time to talk about some of my favorite episodes. I love Racist Dog due to how easily Hank gets accused of being a racist. I'm sure anyone that has socialized with different races can relate to this episode. I don't know the name of this one, but I also like the one where Bobby keeps a pet raccoon that bites Dale, and now Dale believes he has rabies, so he goes primal. That one had me rolling on the floor. Literally. There's also the one where Hank challenges a teenage garage band to a paintball game. Green Day guest starring as a band is enough for me to like that episode. Then, I love every episode that centers around Cotton. It's always fun watching him. Finally, I love the one where Hank and Bobby drive a semi to Hank's mother's house while Dale, Bill, and Boomhauer all stow away in the back of it. So, there's my little salute on King of the Hill. It took me a while, but I finally got what made this show so great. It's not one of my favorite animated shows, but that's not a bad thing. It's just a show that I wouldn't think twice about watching if I ever caught it on TV. It's a show that'll forever live on, and it'll never get old. Nothing else to say but, yep.
This is a public service announcement. This is only a test.